As good as gold, former President Donald Trump makes a stop in Philadelphia to promote his new business venture. While some were confused, others wiped him off the shelves.
Batter up, the first full practice for the Phillies. Spring training is today. It's coming with big news for the team's newest first baseman.
And forget everything you've ever known about the rice hack for a wet phone, why Apple says not to do it, and what you should do instead.
Those stories and more on today's edition of The Lineup for February 19th. It's a Monday, 2024.
The Lineup is brought to you by TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
Hey everyone, I'm NBC 10's Keith Jones.
And I'm NBC 10's Erin Coleman. Let's get you up to speed with what you need to know today, starting with a Chester police officer. Hey, lucky to be alive after he was shot by a homicide suspect.
That suspect is dead. The officer is Steve Byrne, the fifth officer in our area to be shot in just weeks. NBC 10's Brenna White has the latest.
We're told Detective Steve Byrne is expected to recover, be released from the hospital in the near future. In the meantime, officials are set to release new details in what happened in this police-involved shootout over the weekend. Sources tell NBC 10 officers were trying to pull someone over in connection with a deadly shooting that happened nearby. They say that person crashed their car and took off running. Police say the suspect opened fire, shooting Detective Byrne twice. Officers shot back, killing the suspect, who police have not yet identified. Neighbors tell us they're concerned after multiple police-involved shootings recently.
They don't have the resources that they need.
I don't think nobody should be getting shot. No officer should be shot in the line of duty. You know, they're here supposed to be to protect us, to protect the community.
President of the Chester FOP echoed that sentiment, saying, quote, Chester city officers operate almost daily in less than ideal staffing and work conditions. Despite these persistent issues, Chester officers continue to work and make real impact on the crime in Chester City. There have been 5 officers shot in our region in less than a month. All have survived. Officials are set to give that press conference later at 2:30 today. Count on NBC 10 to keep you updated. Reporting in Chester, Brenna White, NBC 10 News.
Brenna, thank you. A fallen Temple University police sergeant will now be forever remembered at the school after an emotional plaque dedication ceremony.
It is a living nightmare. Having to wake up every day in agony, knowing that I will never see his face again.
That's Sergeant Christopher Fitzgerald's widow speaking during last night's ceremony on Temple's campus. Yesterday marked 1 year since Sergeant Fitzgerald was shot and killed while trying to arrest a robbery suspect near campus. 19-year-old Miles Pfeffer is charged with the sergeant's murder. He's due back in court for his arraignment in May. Former president and current GOP frontrunner Donald Trump's latest business venture is striking gold with sneaker collectors.
According to the sneaker website, Trump's Never Surrender high tops are sold out. He announced the new sneaker line during Sneaker Con on Saturday right here at the Pennsylvania Convention Center in Center City. The gold high-top sneakers were selling for just about $400. All this came just one day after a judge ordered Trump to pay $355 million in penalties for lying about his wealth on financial statements for years.
Shiny shoes.
I know, right? Ooh, they're going to stand out.
Oh, yeah. Drivers, you've probably seen or felt the potholes that have popped up on roads and highways. PennDOT plans to deal with them this week. Starting today, crews are going to repair potholes on more than 40 highways in Philadelphia and the PA suburbs. There will be some lane restrictions while workers patch the pavement, so drivers, you do need to stay alert for those work crews. Go to NBC10.com for a complete list of the impacted highways and how you can report a pothole that needs to be fixed. And a heads up for drivers in Delaware. If you take I-95 through Newcastle County, plan to take a detour. Both directions of the highway, they're going to be closed for construction on the Route 896 overpass in Newark from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. tomorrow. Wouldn't you know it? Baseball season is almost here. Today's the first full practice for the Phillies at spring training in Clearwater.
Yeah, and fans are already excited about the big news that comes out of Florida. NBC 10's Matt DeLucia is a not-so-warm Citizens Bank Park with that.
Bryce Harper says flat out he wants to retire a Philly. He wants a contract extension, and his agent has been in talks with the front office to get that. Now, Bryce Harper is entering his 6th year out of a 13-year contract, and Phillies president Dave Dombrowski says he has never reworked a contract with more than a few years left. So we will see about that. But in the meantime, Harper is going to be seeing a lot more time at first base. That will be his position for the foreseeable future. And here is Bryce at spring training talking about being a Philly and and going for that elusive World Series title.
You know, understand I want to be here for a long time, and understand, you know, playing into my 40s. I mean, that's the biggest thing for me. You know, this is a window that we got to win in, and you know, our ownership deserves that, our fans deserve that, Dombrowski deserves that as well, and we do too. So we got to go out there and play our game and play Philly baseball, and you know, we'll see what happens.
And another Philly making news over the weekend is Alec Boehm. He won in arbitration against the Phillies, and he will earn $4 million this season. When the Phillies had initially offered him $3.4 million, Alec Boehm says that he will not take it personally. But yes, spring training underway in just a few more weeks until we see the Phils playing here at Citizens Bank Park. In South Philly, I'm Matt DeLucia, NBC 10 News.
You can see Matt's breath out there, too.
Yeah, he's cold. The new MLB uniforms designed by Nike and manufactured by Fanatics, they're being criticized by players for feeling too cheap. Phillies shortstop Trey Turner even weighed in saying, "I know everyone hates them." MLB officials say the uniforms improve mobility by having more stretch. The letters, numbers, and sleeve emblems are also less bulky to make it more breathable, but fans say it's all too small. The Associated Press says Fanatics representatives declined to comment, and Nike didn't respond to an email sent to its media relations office. Ouch.
Right? Geez, they would know.
I like the stretch. I would want the stretch, but yeah, you're right. You can't have it feel too thin.
Exactly.
Move the wrong way, you're in the stands cheering on, and
It's exactly.
just rips.
Yeah. Hey, the first spring training game for the Phillies is a Saturday against the Toronto Blue Jays. You can watch the team's first televised game on Sunday, though, against the Yankees on NBC Sports Philadelphia. The real season almost here. Opening day just 38 days away on March 28th. John Clark has the best assignment. He's going to be live from Clearwater all day long on NBC 10 News. Well, the world's largest student-run philanthropy is in our area and just reached a major milestone for pediatric cancer research.
Plus, would you blast off to space if you had the chance? We're back in 30 seconds. Don't go away.
Here we go.
Here I go again on my own.
Introducing the all-new TD Clear credit card with no late fees and no interest, just a simple monthly fee. That's predictability, even when expenses aren't.
$4? That's bananas.
It's a pear. Oh, man.
The all-new TD Clear credit card. That's how credit can be unexpectedly human. Call 1-844-TD-CLEAR for details about credit costs and terms.
So insane.
Right.
Almost $17 million. That's how much money Penn State student raised during this year's Thon. The dance marathon wrapped up yesterday afternoon at the Bryce Jordan Center on Penn State's main campus. Students stayed on their feet for 46 hours straight.
My goodness.
The event raises money for pediatric cancer research and to help families battling childhood cancer. Thon is the largest student-run philanthropy in the world.
Wow, that's great.
Isn't that incredible? And I feel like it just gets bigger every year.
Exactly.
Just grows and grows and grows. Amazing.
Target's newest line of is gearing toward bargain shoppers.
Yes.
Target Dealworthy is a low-price in-house brand with products starting at $1. Most items won't cost you more than $10. The line includes clothes, accessories, beauty essentials, and electronics. You could shop the brand online and in store.
Because who doesn't need a deal?
Exactly. And you're going to Target anyway for bargains, right? So
yes.
They're going to appeal to their
scoop
entire
up.
market share.
I needed some plates. Needed some cotton balls.
Right. And phone cases, right?
Yeah.
A new survey shows Philadelphia is one of the best cities in the country when it comes to pizza.
Yes. Clever Real Estate analyzed several factors, including the number of pizza restaurants, Yelp ratings, and internet searches for pizza. Philadelphia coming in at number 4. The city follows Denver, Buffalo, and Boston. San Diego rounds out the top 5. I don't know about Buffalo, New York.
I know.
Maybe New York City,
shocking.
but Buffalo, New York?
Exactly. That one doesn't make. In Denver, I wasn't aware of Denver at all being
number
on the map when it
one
comes
for
to pizza.
Denver?
Yeah.
No, that's not what you think of. I don't know what you think of, but it's not pizza. So what puts Philly near the top of the pizza rankings? The report says the city has more than 11 pizza restaurants per 100,000 residents. That's 33% more than the average city. Philly also scored an 86 out of 100 for pizza passion based on Google searches for pizza terms. That's 19% higher than the average. So we like our pizza.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Me included. All right.
Yeah, same.
If you ever have wondered what it would be like to live on Mars, Now might be your chance.
Yeah, NASA's looking for volunteers for a one-year mission that simulates living conditions on the red planet. The crew will live inside a habitat based at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston. They'll be faced with the challenge of a mission on Mars, including growing crops and communication delays. NASA's looking for candidates with a degree in a STEM field or experience flying an aircraft. The agency is accepting applications through April 2nd. So no, you're not going to Mars. You're just isolated.
You're just
inside,
living like it.
Yeah, some kind of habitat. Oh boy.
It most certainly has Matt Damon vibes.
Yeah, Martian vibes.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh boy. Do you know the iPhone hack where you put your wet phone in a bag of rice to dry it out? I have done it before. It works.
Yep.
But now Apple says don't do that. The company says small rice particles could damage your phone. Instead, tap your phone gently against your hand to remove any excess liquid. Then leave your phone in a dry area. It might take up to 24 hours to completely dry.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I mean,
don't
Apple's
either.
coming out with it, so I mean, they have to know what they're talking about. But this rice method has always worked for any electronic device.
It has always worked. So why change it? They're like, oh, you may damage your phone with the rice particles. Well, my phone's already damaged because there's water in it.
Right. Exactly.
Right. I gotta get the water out.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
They must be receiving calls for damaged iPhones based on rice. Right? Like that's the only thought I
All
had.
right, because I was thinking, why now? Like, we've been doing this for years.
Right, exactly.
Why are you doing this now?
I don't know.
Maybe the newer phones are more sensitive to rice particles?
I don't trust banging my phone against my hand to get all the water out. There's no way.
Well, yeah, and which way are you banging it? Are you banging it more in, or
Exactly.
I don't know? Does it just fly out the sides?
Exactly. Is this a ploy for them to just get people to buy new phones?
See,
because doing that doesn't get all the water out sometimes.
All right, so
I didn't say it.
I'm sticking with my rice.
Right? Rice
I'll take my chances with rice.
Rice is good too.
That does it.
Fried rice, pork fried rice, beef fried rice. I'm in.
Just uncooked rice.
Yeah.
If anybody hasn't done it.
Brown rice?
Like uncooked
Good.
rice.
No
Use that
seasoning
one.
required.
Use that one. That does it for today's edition of the lineup.
Put a little yum yum sauce on that. You
No,
ever do that?
don't do that.
So good.
You want your phone, right?
For Aaron Coleman, I'm Keith Jones. You can get NBC 10 News updates right here on the NBC 10 app. Catch us weekday mornings from 4 to 7 a.m. Have a great day.
See you guys.